Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another drop list video, the series where I cover all the items that are releasing in a specific week for various different streetwear brands. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering everything that dropped in week 7 of Palace's Spring 2025 collection. Yeah, welcome back guys. Time to cover week 7 of Palace's Spring 2025 collection. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the release details, all the individual images, and my thoughts and opinions on the week as a whole. How we're going to cover all that is by using a Palace community page. Let's head on over to that page now and we'll start covering the release details for week 7. So here we are at the Palace community page that we're going to be using today, guys. If you want to vote on the items yourselves, check out week 7. It'll all be dropped down in that description section below. But we'll quickly cover those release details before diving into the individual categories. So the items that released in week 7 released on Friday, March 21st. That would be 11 AM GMT time for the UK, Eastern Standard Time for the US, or maybe because it'd be summer, I'd assume around that time, or it's hard to say if it would be Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time. One of the two for the US, and then on the 22nd of March it would drop in Asia. That would be Japan, China and Korea. They'd get it 11 AM in their respective time zones. But yeah, basically either the 21st of March or the 22nd of March, depending on which region you're buying it from. Now that we've covered the release details, if you guys have any further questions, drop them in the comment section below. Otherwise, I'm going to get into the individual categories for this week. So let's start off by checking the custom tops for week 7, which we actually have quite a few of. So we'll start it off with the micro pigment long sleeves coming in a green, navy, a gray. They're fine. They're perfectly fine. I like the Palace logo across the chest. Interesting that we have like a seam across the chest. It doesn't remove anything from the piece, but I feel like it also doesn't add anything as well. I think probably the best color out of the 3 is going to go to the navy, just because I think it looks the nicest. But yeah, we'll move to the rugby top that we have this week. I would say either the blue or the black are going to be the best colors. This pink one, not really for me. And then we move to the jersey that's coming out this week. It comes in a green, a white, black or blue. I would say the blue and the white are the best colors. The black and the green, I'd probably say the black is the least exciting out of all 4. Say maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 if I had to number them. But some quite interesting custom tops that are releasing in week 7. To move to the hats, we have the matching hats to the, I want to say the the jersey that we just saw before. And I mean, the hat is actually really nice. All the colors are nice, the design is nice. Yeah, I'm not opposed to any of them. I wouldn't be able to say which is my favorite color out of the 3. They're actually all quite a nice hat, but yeah, across the board, I'll give you a thumbs up. It's a nice piece. To move to the jackets, which, yeah, I'm what to say. Do I prefer these more than the jerseys? It's a tough situation. It's a really nice color. The smoke color, regardless of what piece you buy, is really nice. And then the white is really nice. The green is, I feel like I'm just going in the exact same way that I went with the jerseys, but the color combinations are nice. The designs are nice. The blue one is my favorite out of all of them, but it's a solid piece. And in all honesty, a pretty solid week so far. Of course, I mean, knowing Atlas, they were gonna do matching shorts to everything. These shorts, look, for me, they're not blowing me away. I'm not like, wow, these are the most amazing shorts of all time. But are they fitting to the matching top half across the board? Yeah, they are. They work very, very well with everything that has come out for the top half. I'm inclined to say good job. As much as I wouldn't buy them, they did well here. Okay, well, now that I've seen that there's a longer version of what we just witnessed, I'm completely in on the longer version. So we have a jogger coming along in all the colors that the tracksuit now comes in, the jersey comes in. Which do I prefer? The jogger. The jogger is definitely why I'm here. Yeah, I want to go for this one. This is the one. This works amazingly with the matching jersey or tracksuit. If you have the full tracksuit, I'm sure it would look fantastic. If you have the jersey and you go with this, I'm sure it would look great. They've done really well to make week 7 as cohesive as possible. And I mean, last but not least, for week 7, we have the evergreen hoodie, which is a fun, playful, bubbly, fridge magnet looking graphic. But it comes in some nice colors. I like it in the black, I like it in the gray, the navy, even the green is quite nice. Across the board, this sweatshirt is a nice sweatshirt. I know the graphic is a bit playful, some people might not like it, but for me, it's nice. I think it's friendly, it looks cool. I'm not against it, for sure. But yeah, wow, that is, I mean, look, that's week 7 in its entirety. And what do I have to say about week 7? They've actually done a really, really good job in making it really cohesive. The least cohesive pieces is the long sleeve. And I mean, technically you would argue the hoodie as well, but across the board, this week keeps a very sports theme at the front of it, and it works very well. A lot of the pieces mesh together, either work well together. I'm very surprised that they didn't do a blue hat for the hats and release more hats, you know, like a bucket hat or something like that. I'm really surprised they only kept it to caps, because you could have had this like really cohesive week. But I guess not, you know. I guess they just didn't do it, which, you know, fair enough, whatever, do what you gotta do. But all round, week 7 is actually a really solid spring week. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on week 7, you know, if it was a hit for you or a miss for you. For me, I think it's really consistent. There's nothing here that overly screams to me that I need it, but nothing here is awful. And I don't mind it. I think we can come up with some cool outfits with all these pieces here. So yeah, I'm all for it. Week 7's a hit. Let me know how you feel about it though, down in that comment section below. And that is week 7 covered. It released on the 21st of March or the 22nd if you live in Asia. We covered the release details, the individual pieces, my thoughts on the pieces, and the week as a whole. It is actually a really consistent week. And I want to hear from you guys. Did you pick up anything from week 7? Did you maybe go for the jersey, maybe the tracksuit, maybe just a long sleeve? Let me know what you picked up from the 7th week down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering weekly Palace releases, you've got to give me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator you can give me is a subscribe to the channel. As mentioned in previous uploads, we're trying to hit the subscriber milestone of 3,970 subscribers before the end of August, and hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we'll be able to reach that milestone before the end of the month. But that is everything I have to say about week 7. Thank you for tuning in, and until the next Palace video, until the next drop list video, until the next streetwear talk video in general, I'll catch you later.